guys, Mrs. Brown here. This video is to give you a tour of our class website, which you will be using throughout the semester, especially as long as we are still learning online. Our website is called DHS English with Mrs. Brown. You'll find the link on Google Classroom, and I will be sharing it with you as we get started with the school year. Basically, this is our homepage. So if you scroll down, you'll have a little welcome note from me. You'll see this orientation video that you can watch again and again as you need it to figure out the website. You can find my contact information, so my email, phone number, remind, that sort of thing. You can also find my office hours and availability. Since we are not meeting on a day-to-day basis, I do have office hours every day that you can use to ask questions, contact me, explain what's going on, and that sort of thing. Obviously, I am also available by email, so if you don't want to Google Meet with me and chat, you can always send me an email as well. So that information is all on our homepage. In addition, I have created a page for each of our classes. So if you are a freshman, you're going to go to the English 9 page. And if you are a junior, you're going to go to the English 11P page. I'm just going to use the English 9 page as an example, but juniors know that this information is on your page as well. So when you click on the English class that you are in, you will see our syllabus and a student guide first. So the syllabus is like the formal version of all the information that is also on the student guide. But it has, our class information, what's going to take place, what you need, all of my contact information, our expectations for Google Meets, expectations for doing your assignments, and basically expectations for online learning. So you can find a lot of information about how to navigate the class in those two things. You'll see our daily learning expectations. So each day that you are participating in our class, and even days where you're not, you will see exactly what you need to be doing in addition to the weekly schedule. So you'll look at this, and this is just kind of the expectations, read the daily objective, participate in the lesson, complete the activity, that sort of thing. And you will find the lesson and activities and that sort of stuff on your class schedule. So if you're in period 1, you're going to click here and you will find your weekly schedule. So our first weekly schedule is already posted for August 10th through the 14th. But if whatever class period you're in, you'll click on that. You'll also find our weekly meeting links here. So if for some reason you don't want to go to Google Classroom, you could click on the meeting link there. You'll also find your class codes and links. So if you need to log into Google Classroom, Remind, Turnitin.com, Flipgrid, Kami, your Google email, you can just click on these and they will take you right to wherever you're trying to go. So like I said, juniors, you can find the same information on your website. It's just your syllabus and your student guide, and the rest of the information's pretty much the same. You'll also see as sub-pages, we have each of the units that we'll be doing this semester. So for example, the first week of school, I'm counting this as unit 1, sort of. It's a couple of weeks. It's to orient ourselves to what's going to be happening for the rest of the semester, or at least until we go back to school in person. You can see like our objectives. What are you supposed to learn? What California standards that's meeting. Again, you can find that weekly schedule on this page as well, the daily expectations. At the end of the week on Friday, I will post a review preview. And this video is basically I'm going to briefly go over what we learned, assignment due dates that happened that week, and it will kind of preview the next week for you. So if you want to know what's happening next week, you will find that information in that video. If you're planning out your time and when dates or when assignments will be due, you'll find all of that there. And then you'll also find the unit assignments. So you'll find the prompts here along with basic instructions and due dates. All assignments are going to be completed and turned in on Google Classroom though. So this is just kind of a resource for you to use if you need it. But these assignments will be on Google Classroom and that's where you will turn them in. So that's pretty much it. You can see we already have kind of our next 2 units put up there. You'll find some information on those pages, but as you get closer to when we start those units, you'll find even more. So English 11, same thing. You have your first weeks of school page, and you'll have more pages as well as that information becomes available. I have also posted a writing resources help center. So most of the time in class, I would pass out handouts to help you with all the basics of essay writing or short story writing or constructive response writings. But since I am not going to be passing out papers for you because we are all online, you can find that information on here. So let's say we're doing an informative essay. You could go to this page if you had questions, and you could look at all the resources that I've provided for you here. So video tutorials, these are really just YouTube videos. You could find these on your own, but I've gathered some of the ones that I really liked here for you. How to write a thesis statement. Some of you might be thinking, what is a thesis statement? Well, there you go. Watch that video. You can figure it out. Writing an introduction, body paragraphs, conclusions, MLA formatting, avoiding plagiarisms, all of the basic questions that I normally get during the school year about writing an essay, you can find resources here. There will also be additional resources that I've posted. So like this is an example of brainstorming for an informative essay. This is an essay outline, might be something that's helpful to you. You'll find all of that on that page as well. And you can see we have it for argumentative writing, narrative writing, and then constructive responses, which we'll do within a unit. The last thing that I've added is a credible sources page. So we will be doing research. You will be required to find your own sources for some assignments. So this page is not finished, but it will be by the time that you need it. There will be some information about finding credible sources, the DHS library and links to that, as well as other credible news websites outside of the DHS library. So New York Times, LA Times, and there are some others there as well. That is the end of our tour for our website. I really hope and I expect that each of you uses this website to stay on track with what we need for the class, right? And use the resources that I provided for you to help you with writing or finding credible sources. Anyways, welcome to Mrs. Brown's virtual classroom, and I will talk to all of you soon.